said, oh, it's a video joke. Yeah. Okay. It was Albert's 80th birthday, and his mates took him to the pub for a treat, and they sat him down with a pint of Guinness, and what he didn't know was that they'd ordered a strippogram. So the strippogram came in, checked out who Albert was, she went into the toilet, she got a costume on, she came out, just a thong and some tassels. She went, Albert, super sex. And Albert took a little suck of his Guinness, completely ignored her. She thought maybe he's a little bit deaf, so she came across and she said, Albert, super sex. Albert completely ignored her. She thought, must be really deaf. She said, Albert, super sex. He said, I'll have the soup.
There was a satellite dish and an aerial met on a roof, and they fell in love. They had a short courtship, decided to get married.
Oh.
They got married, and the ceremony was okay, but the reception was fantastic.
Ready? Yeah. 2 fish in a tank. One says to the other, do you know how to drive?
Because he's in a tank. Go.
I'm the only woman who has intercourse backwards because I hate to see men enjoying themselves. And if they're no good, I have a fag over the side of the bed. That's why I've never given up smoking.
What's so unrealistic about Harry Potter?
Go on, what is unrealistic about Harry Potter?
The ginger kid has friends. Has anyone actually told you?
Circumstance is everything. That is amazing. Fingers crossed, this is Peter Buckley-Hill. He's a very funny comedian.
Only one of mine that I do like. And it's a very Cambridge one as well. Possibly my only serious song about death. So that's pretty much where we are here. Isaac, nice chap, died of cancer. I gigged with him many times. I never thought I could play guitar as well as that man, but now I can. He's dead, I'm not. Sorry, you can sing this to me when it comes to my turn, and whistle while I burn.
Right.
YouTube. What's the difference between a ginger and a brick?
What is the difference between a ginger and a brick?
The brick gets laid.
I love the fact that she finds these as funny as you.
Policeman said, I'm doing a spot check. Said I've got 2 balls and a bump on my belt.
A 2?
2 balls and a pimple on my bum.
2 balls?
2 boils and a pimple on my bum.
A spot check?
Yeah.
A spot check? Because it's... That's gross.
2 flies on a toilet seat, one got pissed off.
Oh, that's a good one!
What happened to the man who was run over by a train?
What happened to the man who was run over by a train?
Chuffed to bits.
He was chuffed to bits.
Jason, Jeffrey, Mimi, Joanne, Lillian, Reggie, Nona, Zed. I've drunk sherry at the funeral for so many more. One thing is for sure. They're dead, I'm not. In the poverty of life, I can salvage the pot, and the friends that I have still live in my mind, and that's the bottom line. The friends that I have still live in my mind, and that's the bottom line.
What do you call a man who was run over by a train? No.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
No idea!
What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs?
Still no
That's
idea.
the one! She's going to take about a few minutes, you'll get that. She don't get it.
Man walks into a graveyard, sees a man digging graves, he says, do you dig graves? He says, yeah, they're all right.
What's his name? Yeah? Doug!
He's on.
I'll let you guess, is that too much alcohol?
I dedicate this next song to my dad. He was a roofer. So, Dad, if you're up there.
Why did the Mexican man push his wife off a cliff?
Go on.
Tequila!
2 athletes in the Olympics. One says to the other, are you a pole vaulter? He says, no, I'm a German, but how do you know my name?
I wrote this one in 1983, and you will see why. Oh, it's Christmas in Chernobyl. I feel a sort of glow as I kiss Rudolph the four-nosed reindeer, dig the mutant mistletoe.
Okay, why did the baker's hand smell?
Why did the baker's hand smell?
Because he needed a poo.
You got to be quick one, because otherwise I'm cooking.
There's two tortoises walking down the road. Okay, one goes, when it rains, does your mouth fill up with water? And the other one goes, no.
That's
Are we going?
Okay, yeah.
Last week I went to the zoo and all they had was a tiny dog. It was a shit zoo.
There's a waiter brings in to a room.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a Daily Mail reader in the room.
Yeah.
And there's a banker.
Yeah.
And there's a refugee.
Yeah.
And there's a plate of 12 biscuits that's brought into the room.
Right.
And the banker eats 11 of them and then leans over to the Daily Mail reader and says, "Watch out, that refugee is after your biscuit."
It's matching tattoos.
A man walks into a bar
Okay.
with an ostrich and a cat. And he says, bartender says, "What do you want?" He says, "Oh, I'll have a Stella." "Ostrich, what do you want?" And the ostrich says, "Oh, I think I'll have a Stella as well." "Okay, I'll have a Stella. Two Stellas. And cat, what do you want?" He says, "Oh, I'll have a cognac, but I'm not paying for it." And the bartender says, "That's a long joke." And the bartender says, "That's £11.36, and he puts his hand in his pocket and pulls out exactly the right change. And the bartender says, "That's amazing, how the hell did you do that?" He says, "There was a genie once, and he granted me 2 wishes. I thought it was 3, no, it was Euro crisis. Okay, it's 2 wishes. The first one is I can put my hand in my pocket and take out an exact change. And the second one is a tall bird with a tight pussy."
Why were the baker's hands brown?
Why were the baker's hands brown?
Because it was needing a poo.
Your delivery was far better than the last dude, definitely.
Went to a pub, and into the pub walked the past, the present, and the future. It was tense.
If X had not been born long ago on Xmas Day, then illiterates couldn't sign their name. And Malcolm probably would be alive as you and me, and you wouldn't have a box to play your electronic game. There'd be no poll certification or transponder radiation, and nothing to mark the spot. And chromosomes would have no home, just making one few pair of things that women have got. If we had nothing to celebrate at Xmas, then the Romans couldn't count to 10. The FBI would not have piles of Mulder Scully files, and you couldn't vote Conservative Liberal Democrat alliance. I know you did. You'd have to find a better sign for kisses in a letter, and TC would be a band without a light. Washing powders could not stand comparison to another brand, and you would still be married to your wife. Oh, blimey, you would still be married to your wife. You would still be married to your wife.
And no one wants that.
I went to the doctor's the other day.
Oh.
He said, "I've got some bad news and some really bad news."
Oh.
I said, "What's the bad news?" He said, "You've got 24 hours to live." I said, "What's the really, really bad news?" He said, I should have phoned you yesterday.
Why does the Pope wear his underwear in the bath?
Why does the Pope wear his underwear in the bath?
I just said that.
Yeah, is that a joke?
A joke for you because he doesn't want to look down on unemployed.
He doesn't want to look down.
Excuse me, for a few business, not easy. He does not want to look down on the unemployed.
On the unemployed?
When you wish upon us, mind the surface temperature. Those things won't just burn your feet, they'll vaporise you instantly.
An infinite number of mathematicians walk into a bar. The first says, "I'll have a pint." The second says, "I'll have a half pint." The third says, "I'll have a quarter." The fourth, an eighth. And the barman says, all right, just pour you 2 pints.
I like that. I get that.
As I was travelling home last week, I passed a farm and all the cows were out all over the field. And I said to the farmer, "Would you like a hand to get your cows in?" He says, "I can't do it." He says, "I'm trying with this stick, I can't get them in." He says, "Hold on a second." I opened up my guitar, and I got my guitar and I went like a all the cows just walked straight back to the field. The guy said, "That's amazing. Is that electric?" I said, "No, it's acoustic."
Acoustic.
Right, what's brown and sticky?
What is brown and sticky?
Stick. What's the cool postman Pat when he's retired?
Pat. Unemployed Pat.
As in, what's white, cube-shaped, and wears yellow check trousers?
No, I don't know.
Well, of course, it's Rupert the Fridge.
Rupert the Fridge.
Are we allowed to?
Yeah. Hey, mate, you say what you want.
Mickey Mouse in the divorce court. Judge says, "Sorry, Mickey, I can't grant you the divorce because Minnie's got prominent teeth." Said I didn't say she had prominent teeth. I said she was fucking goofy.
Why are pirates pirates?
Why are pirates?
Because they are.
What do you call a man under some leaves?
What do you call a man?
Under some leaves.
Under some leaves, I don't know.
Russell.
Russell! Oh, that's good.
I went looking for some camouflage trousers earlier. I couldn't
Tell
find
me
it.
a joke for you.
Any? Nowhere.
She only knows dirty ones.
That's all right.
Okay, there's 2 little boys, a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Right.
The 7-year-old says to the 4-year-old, "It's about time we started swearing."
Okay.
So the 4-year-old says, "Okay." So they go down for breakfast in the morning.
Okay.
And the mum says to the 7-year-old, "What would you like for breakfast?" And he says, "Shit, Mum, I think I'll have the Cocoa Pops." Smack, he's flying across the floor. Starts blaring his eyes out. His mum looks at the 4-year-old and says, "And what do you want for breakfast?" He's like, "I don't know, I'm not having a fucking Cocoa Pop." The bloke marries a blind girl. And he says, "I think when we want to have sex, we need to have a code. If I want to have sex, I'll rub your breast once. If you want to have sex, you pull my willy once. If you don't want to have sex, you do it 64 times."
All the way from the pole.
Very good. One snowman says to the other snowman, "Can you smell carrots?"
What's the difference between snowmen and snow women? Snowballs.
It's hard to make love stay when your pubes are steely grey. That's not one of the 50 shades that turns them on. Your attempts at being masterful are usually disasterful. By the time you found the handcuffs, she'll have gone.
A child was sitting on his grandfather's lap, and his grandfather was drinking a pint of premium ale. And the grandson was like, "Grandad, can I have a sip of your beer?" And the granddad said, "Does your cock touch your anus?" And he was like, "No." And he's like, "Well, you can't have a sip of my beer." A couple of weeks later, the boy was staying with his granddad again. He goes, and he's sitting on his granddad's lap, and his granddad was puffing a cigar. And he's like, "Granddad, can I have a puff of your cigar?" And granddad was like, "Well, does your cock touch your anus?" And he's like, "No, granddad." So granddad wouldn't let him have the puff of a cigar. A couple of weeks later, the grandma had made a load of cookies for the boy, and he was sitting outside on the patio. And the granddad goes over and goes, "Hey, grandson, can I have one of those cookies?" And the grandson says, "Does your cock touch your anus?" And the granddad says, "Well, yeah, it does." And he goes, "Go fuck yourself."
There was this bloke and he was going along the A14 and he saw a penguin by the side of the road. And he thought, "Oh, can't leave it there." So he picked it up, put it in his car, went along to the garage on the end of the road and he said, "Stop to get petrol." Bloke in the next petrol pump said, "So you got a penguin, mate?" He goes, "Yeah, I picked him up by the road. I don't really know what to do with him." He went, "Oh, just take him to the zoo." Great idea, thank you very much. Anyway, the next week, the same petrol pump, filling up petrol, weekly thing, he said, "I see you still got your penguin, mate." He goes, "Yeah," he said, "I thought you were going to take him to the zoo." He said, "Yeah, we had a great time, we got to cinema."
This is what alcohol does to
Here we
you.
go, I'm going to record this. Right, you're on camera.
Okay, what did the cheese say when it looked at itself in the mirror?
Ooh, what did the cheese say when it looked itself in the mirror?
Halloumi!
Gary's in.
Irishman, Englishman, and a Japaneseman. Crash in a jungle. The Englishman takes charge, says, "Right, Japaneseman, you go off and get supplies. The other one, you can go find food, and I'll set up camp here."
That sounds fair enough.
Anyway, first two come back. They go, "You seen the Japaneseman?" He said, "No, we ain't seen him for about 2 weeks." Anyway, there's a rustle in the bushes. All of a sudden, the Japanese man jumps out and he goes, "Supplies!"
Is it Supplies.
Very good. Huh?
It's a good job. It's Friday, isn't it?
Physics.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Could it be there's a space-time anomaly close to you? Do stars fall out of the sky every time you walk by? I've been told there's a small black hole close to you. On the day that you were born, they changed the laws of physics, so you find the constant pi is 4.2. Now the 7 unexplored dimensions with their portals converging on you. That is why all the boys in town follow you all around. Quantumly, they need to be close to you. On the day of the Big Bang, all matter was created, which includes the bits that now are you and me. And according to some models, they will crunch back to a singularity. Depending on the value of the cosmological constant you assume. And when that cosmic closure comes to pass, we'll disappear up our own arse. But expect an entropy, cause I'll die incredibly close to you. Do the thing now. La la la, close to you. La, close to you.
Which English 17th century man of letters smells like fish cum?
Oh, which 16th English man of letters smells like fish cum?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
John Milton.
John Milton.
Did you get it?
No.
Well, milt is the word for fish cum.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
You learn something new every day with these jokes. Look
And
at
it's
that.
educational as well. Did you hear about the story about the butter today?
No.
Can't tell you, it might spread it.
Oh, weird.
Fighting a fish shop earlier. 2 fish got battered. See that one?
See, you didn't react the right. You even were prompted. You got a rehearsal on that one, and you still missed your cue.
Right.
You go, ha ha. Ready, go. Right,
Well,
you
really
get
good
your
editing.
medal. Right, you lot fired. Right, one more time. Ready? It's electoral time.
So the police in the park earlier found 2 kids searching for some cheap highs. One of them was drinking battery acid, and the other one was eating fireworks. They charged one, they let the other one off.
Boom! Who, me? Am I a very nice person? Answers in the comments right now. Let's see if these guys are still going. Hear that one again. I'll go.
So good.
Start from the corner.
Alright.
I know, it's a new one. Ready, steady, go!
Go, Fred! Go on, Fred! Go on, Fred! Go on, Fred! Go on, Fred!
Come on,
Go on, Fred!
Chasing them, chase them, kiss chase,
Go
kiss
on.
chase,
Go on,
kiss
Fred.
chase, kiss chase.
Go on, Fred!
Go on, kiss him.
Go on, Fred!
He's still, they're going to
Go
go
on,
around in
Fred.
circles. It's a perpetual chase. Oh no!
Oh, Fred, run, Fred!
Something got big!
Fred, run!
I think there was some cheating there.
I don't like you.
It's official, ref.
It's the official
It's
sumo
that
ref.
dude! Gladiator! Ready!
Said please don't leave.
Alright, sorry, I'm not.
That's all right.
So this is a silent Kaylee. So they're basically Kaylee dancing at night with headphones on.
No, she often.
What do you call it? That's all I can think of.
All the way from Nepal.
Is your mother going to like it?
My mother probably won't like it. I've done a few things my mother wouldn't like.
Number 3.
A trio.
Look at this, I've got competition. What's your YouTube channel called?
Here we go. Right.
What?
Will that be a picture?
Yeah.
Check me out!
Forgetting for me to go press record. Right, go. Anyway,
This won't be spontaneous.
Go.
I'm not going to punch him again.
No, you can say it. You
I'm
scripted
not
it.
saying
You
it.
scripted it. Script it. Go, do
I'm
it.
sorry. The spontaneity is gone now.
Oh, it was a good joke about like noble gases and stuff. But I can't remember it. It was good.
It looks like you.
Oh, all the best jokes about noble gases are gone. That's not Buxton. So I might use that on the intro. Go do that and say, and this.
It's automatic. I'm just wondering, because...
Oh, go on. No, go on. Oh, what you got?
Tell a joke for YouTube.
Oh, okay, I've got 2 jokes. I've got 2 jokes. Okay.
Okay.
Do the towel one.
No, I'm going to go hand. No, make up.
That's not a video camera.
It is.
Back from Pixie, Susan from Soho, young on 6th position. Filthy magazines, intimate pictures, that's for the flagellation.
Cannabis resin.
And we must ask you
To accompany us to the station.
No, I get it. I just, the delivery was terrible.
You know, a really technical one.
That's brilliant.
Mathematician. No, sorry, start again.
Okay.
I can tell you worse one than that.
He's in.
What's lumpy and fucks women?
What is lumpy and fucks women?
Breast cancer.
Where's the tumbleweed?